Hello dear students, how are you all? Today we are going to start our exercise 9a from the chapter Triangles, Congruency in Triangles. In the previous lecture, in the last lecture, we have done the condition of congruency, we have done what are congruent triangles, and now we are familiar with the conditions of congruency, that side, 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 RHS congruency, angle, angle, side congruency, angle, side, angle congruency. So today in this exercise, we are going to apply that congruencies here. See, in exercise 9a, question number 2 is there. Try to solve the question number 1 by yourself. There is nothing in that question. You have to just write the congruency name, the postulate or the axiom, what we can use in according to that conditions. We have to just write that axioms only. See the question number 2. In this question, the given figure shows a circle with center O and P is the midpoint of the chord AB. The given circle is there, center is O and a chord is there AB. P is the midpoint of the chord. Midpoint means P divides AB into equal parts. One is AP and another one is PB. We have to show that OP is perpendicular to AB. Now, see, it is given to us that O is the center of the circle and AB is the chord. P is the point on AB such that AP is equals to PB. We have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB. If OP is perpendicular, that means angle OPA or angle OPB, this is equals to 90 degree. If we said that a line is perpendicular to the given line, that means these two lines intersect at 90 degree. So for this, we have to do some construction. Join OA and OB. In the given figure, there is no OA, no OB. So we have to do the construction. Join OA and OB. See, now we are having two triangles OPA and OPB. In these two triangles, AP is equals to PB. It is given as P is the midpoint. Therefore, AP is equals to PB. It is given to us. OP is equals to OP. It is a common side of these two triangles. And we all know that radius of a circle, radius of the same circle, that are also equal. OA is the radius of this circle. OB is the radius, because they are the radius of same circle. So OA is equals to OB. The three sides of these triangles are equal. That means by using SSS postulate, side, side, side axiom, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, that means all the angles are also equal. That means we have to, here we have to take the only required one. See, OPA is equals to OPB by CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are also congruent. By using that thing, we can say that if these two triangles are congruent, then angle OPA is equals to angle OPB. But we all know that a straight line makes an angle of measure 180 degree. That is OPA plus OPB. This is equals to 180 degree because this is according to the linear pair. But OPB is equals to OPA. So twice of OPA gives us 180 and angle OPA is equals to 90 degree. This is the required thing what we have to prove. So OP is perpendicular to AB. Just we have proved that the triangles are congruent and we just take the required part that the two angles are equal. If these two angles are equal according to linear pair, the sum of these angles is 180. And just we find out angle OPA is 90 degree. That means OP is perpendicular to AB. The third part is, the question number third is same as that of question number 2. So try to solve that question by yourself. Again, in that question, you have to join OA and OB and you have to solve that question. Come to the question number 4. In this one, in a triangle ABC, D is the midpoint of BC. See, we are having a triangle ABC and D is the midpoint of this BC. That means D divides BC into two equal parts, BD and BC. See, sign of equality we have shown. AD is produced up to E. Now we have to produce this median AD up to E so that DE is equals to AD. Prove that triangle ABD and ECD are congruent. This is the first part. First of all, we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Write down the given things, that a triangle ABC in which D is the midpoint of BC, AD is produced up to E so that DE is equals to AD. These are the two proof parts. Now come to the proof of first part. In triangle ABD and ECD, BD is equals to CD because D is the midpoint of BC. ठीक, we have BD is equals to DC. See, two lines are intersecting at a point. That means vertically opposite angles are also equal. That means ADB is equals to angle EDC. Why? The reason is written over here, vertically opposite angles. ADB is equals to EDC because vertically opposite angles are equal. It is also given to us that AD is equals to DE. It is given. See, we have done the axioms of congruency, side, side, and that angle which is included between these two sides. That means by using SAS axiom, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. And by using CPCTC, AB is equals to, this AB is equals to EC. This is our second part. Because in the first one, we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent, that we have proved that these two triangles are congruent. And by using CPCTC, that corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent, we can write AB is equals to EC. Second part proved. Come to the third one. Here we have to prove that AB is parallel to EC. AB is parallel to BC. Sorry, EC. See, if this line AB is parallel to EC, then this AE, this must be the transversal, or this BC must be the transversal. And we all know that if two parallel lines are there and a transversal cuts that two parallel lines, then alternate angles are equal. And come to these two triangles. As we have proved that these two triangles are congruent, that means angle DAB is equals to angle DEC. But this DEC and DAB are the alternate angles. Alternate angles. When alternate angles? When this AB and EC are parallel. Because we have proved that angle DAB is equals to angle DEC by CPCTC. So these two lines are parallel, and reason we can write because alternate angles are equal, therefore we can say that these two lines are parallel. Come to the fifth one. A triangle ABC has angle B is equals to angle C. Now we are having a triangle ABC in which angle B is equals to angle C. The first we have to prove perpendiculars from the midpoint of BC. Perpendicular from the midpoint of BC to AB and AC are equal. That means first of all we have to draw the midpoint of this BC, take the midpoint. Let us suppose D is the midpoint. If D is the midpoint, that means it divides BC into two equal parts, BD and DC. Now from this D, draw a perpendicular DL on AB, draw a perpendicular DM on AC. According to question, we have to prove this DM is equals to DL. This is our first thing we have to prove. So write down the given triangle ABC in which angle B is equals to angle C. DL is perpendicular to AB. DM is perpendicular to AC. Angle DLB is 90. DMC is 90. We have to prove DL is equals to DM. Now come to the triangle. In triangle DLB and triangle DMC, angle DLB is equals to angle DMC, each 90 degree. Angle B is equals to angle C. It is given to us angle, 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 angle. The third one is side. Side BD is equals to DC as D is the midpoint of BC. So angle, angle, side axiom. By using this axiom, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. And if these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCTC, we can say DL is equals to DM. Because corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always congruent. See the second part. The perpendiculars from B and C to the opposite sides are equal. Now let us suppose BX is the perpendicular on AC because AC is the opposite side of angle B. CY is the perpendicular on AB because AB is the opposite side of angle C. We have to prove that perpendiculars from B and C to opposite sides are equal. That means BX is equals to CY. Again, write BX is perpendicular to AC, CY is perpendicular. Therefore, these two angles are of 90 degree measure. We have to prove BX is equals to CY. In the proof, take triangle BXC and CYB. Angle C is equals to angle B. It is given. Angle BXC is equals to CYB, 90 degree. One more thing, BC side is common to these two triangles. So again, by using AAS axiom, angle, angle, side, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. And if these two are congruent, therefore BX is equals to CY. That means to solve these questions, you should memorize that 5 conditions for congruency. Come to the question number 6. The perpendicular bisectors of the sides of triangle ABC meet at I. The perpendicular bisectors of the sides of triangle ABC meet at I. Prove that IA is equals to IB is equals to IC. Now take a triangle ABC. Draw the perpendiculars. AD on BC. Draw the perpendiculars AD, BE and CF. If these are perpendiculars, that means these are making 90 degree angles. But it is not perpendicular only. The question demands perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. That means AD is perpendicular also and D is the midpoint of BC. That means it divides this BC into two equal parts. See, I have shown here that BD is equals to DC. BE is perpendicular and E divides AC into equal parts. See, EC is equals to AE. I have shown with this sign. CF is perpendicular and it is bisector of this AB. F is, so AF is equals to BF. So write down given perpendicular bisectors of the sides meet at I. AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC, BE is of AC and CF is of AB. And AD, BE, CF meet at point I. This is our given thing. What we have to prove? We have to prove that IA, IB and IC, these three are equal. So come to the proof. First of all, I'm going to take that in triangle BID and triangle CID. In these two triangles, BD is equals to DC because AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC. BDI is equals to CDI because angle जो है 90 degree है. AD is perpendicular bisector ना. Perpendicular means this also makes angle 90 degree. So angle BDI is equals to angle CDI. Each 90 degree. And ID is equals to ID. Common thing. Side angle, side axiom says these two triangles are congruent. And if these two triangles are congruent, we can say IB is equals to IC. We have taken the required part. Now what we need, we have taken that IB is equals to IC. And consider this one as equation number 1. And this is just because of CPCTC. Now come to the another triangle from which we can take IA. Now this is up to you if you want to take AIE or this CIE, choice is yours. If you want to take AIF and BIF, again choice is yours. Here I am going to take triangle AIF and triangle BIF. AF is equals to BF because CF is perpendicular bisector. Similarly, AFI is equals to BFI angle because each 90 degree. And IF is equals to IF, a common side. So by using side angle side axiom, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. And by using CPCTC, we can say IA is equals to IB. Consider this one as equation number 2. One said IB is equals to IC. 2 said IB is equals to IA. From 1 and 2, we can say IA is equals to IB is equals to IC. Hence, proved. Come to the question number 7. In this question, they demand a line segment AB is bisected at point P, and through point P, another line segment PQ, which is perpendicular to AB, is drawn. Show that QA is equals to QB. First of all, line segment AB bisected at point P. That means P is the midpoint. AP is equals to PB. Read the question and draw the constructions according to that. Line segment AB, P bisects that. That means P is the midpoint. And through P, another line segment PQ, which is perpendicular. Perpendicular means that is making 90 degree with AB, is drawn. Now we have to show QA is equals to QB. See, from the figure we can see that triangle APQ is there and triangle BPQ is there. In triangle APQ and BPQ, AP is equals to PB because P is the midpoint. PQ is equals to PQ, a common side, and angle APQ is equals to BPQ. Side, side, and angle included between these two sides. That means side, angle, side axiom, we can say these two triangles are congruent. And if triangles are congruent, then by CPCTC, QA is equals to QB. Now come to the question number 8. In this question, they demands AP bisects angle AP bisects angle BAC. So first of all, just draw angle BAC. AP bisects this angle. That means angle BAB, angle BAC. These are equal. Consider this one as angle 1, this one as angle 2. This construction is according to this half statement. AP bisects angle BAC. And M is any point on AP. See, I have taken this M on AP. Prove that the perpendiculars drawn from M to AB and AC are equal. That means from M, we have drawn the perpendicular AL on AB, AMN on this AC. We have to prove ML is equals to MN. So write down from the point M, draw ML perpendicular to AB, MN perpendicular to AC. That means angle MLA and MNA. These are equals to 90 degree. Now consider the triangles ALM and ANM. Angle 1 is equals to angle 2 because AP is bisector of angle BAC. Angle MNA is equals to MLA, each 90 degree. And AM is equals to AM, a common side. So angle, side axiom, according to that axiom, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. And if triangles are congruent, by using CPCTC, ML is equals to MN. Now come to the question number 9. This is the given diagram. From the given diagram, in which ABCD is a parallelogram, ABL is a line segment, and E is the midpoint of BC. E is the midpoint. They have shown by this thing now that E is the midpoint, B is equals to EC. Prove that triangle DCE is congruent to triangle LBE. So first of all, write the given thing. ABCD is a parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, don't forget the opposite sides of parallelogram are always equal, parallel and equal. If ABCD is a parallelogram in which E is the midpoint of this BC, to prove triangle DC is congruent to LBE, AB is equals to BL and AL is equals to twice of DC. Come to the first part. In triangle DCE and EBL or LBE, angle DCE is equals to this angle EBL. Why? Because it is a parallelogram, that means DC is parallel to AB. Parallel line को extend किया till point L. That means if AB is parallel to DC, then AL is also parallel to DC. And BC acts as a transversal. So alternate angles must be equal. Angle DCE is equals to angle EBL. CE is equals to EB. CE is equals to EB. Why? Because E is the midpoint of BC. E is the midpoint of BC. And angle DEC is equals to angle BEL. These are the vertically opposite angles. And by using angle side angle, by using this angle side angle axiom, these two triangles are congruent. Triangle DCE is congruent to triangle LBE. If these two triangles are congruent, so by using CPCTC, you can say that DC is equals to LB. DC is equals to LB. Now come to the second part. We have to prove AB is equals to BL. We have to prove AB is equals to BL. DC is equals to LB. This is what we have proved in our first part. Consider this one as equation number 1. Also, DC is equals to AB because opposite sides of parallelogram, these are equal. So from 1 and 2, AB is equals to LB. DC is LB, DC is equals to AB. So we can say that AB is equals to LB. Consider this one as equation number 3. Come to the third part. AL is equals to AB plus BL. See the figure. AL is equals to AB plus BL. We have proved in the first part and we have proved in our second part that BL is equals to AB. We have proved in our third part that BL is equals to AB. So AB plus AB, this is twice of AB and AB is equals to this DC. You can directly write it as DC. If you don't want to go like this now, then you can say AL is equals to AB plus BL. BL is equals to DC from the first, AB is equals to DC from the second. You can directly write it here from 1 and 2. This AL is DC plus DC. That means twice of DC. Hence proved. Come to the question number 10. In this given figure, it is given to us that AB is equals to DB. AB is equals to DB. AC is equals to DC. And if triangle ABD is 58 degree, this angle is 58 degree, DBC is 2x minus 4 degree, ACB y plus 15 degree, and DCB is 63 degree. Find the values of x and y. So your first step should be write all the given things. Draw the figure, write all the given things. See, this is the figure in which AB is equals to BD and AC is equals to CD. Take. These are the given things. Now come to triangle ABC and triangle BDC. AB is equals to, in this triangle, AB is equals to BD, given. AC is equals to DC, again given, and BC is the common side. So by using SSS congruency, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Because here we have to find the values of x and y. That means we are going to deal with the angles. So before starting with these angles, we have to first prove that these two triangles are congruent. And if these two triangles are congruent, then each and every angle of these two triangles are congruent. That means they are same. So we can say ACB is equals to BCD. ACB is y plus 15 degree. This is equals to 63 degree. Now 63 minus 15, y is equals to 48 degree. This is the value of y. Also, angle ABC is equals to angle DBC. This is again because of CPCTC. But in the question, they have given to us that angle ABD, this complete angle is 58 degree. So write the value of complete angle. That angle ABD is equals to angle ABC plus angle DBC. 58 is equals to, here we have proved angle ABC is equals to DBC. That means if ABC is equals to DBC, so ABC की भी value 2x minus 4 degree. That is same as that of angle DBC होगी. So put that value. 2x minus 4 degree is equal plus 2x minus 4 degree. 2x plus 2x, this is 4x minus 4, this is minus 8. So 58 degrees equals to 4x minus 8 degree. Take this 8 to the left hand side, 58 plus 8, 66 is equals to 4x, and divide this 66 by 4, we are having 16.5 degree as the value of x. So after solving so many questions, what we have found? We have just found that triangles are congruent. And if triangles are congruent, then each and every side of that triangle and angles that are same. So by using that according to our needs, we can solve the questions. Come to the question number 11. In the given figure, AB is parallel to FD. This is the given figure. AB is parallel to FD and AC is parallel to this GE. One more thing is given, that BD is equals to CE. Prove that BG is equals to DF, these two sides, and CF is equals to EG. So according to this question, what we have found? We have found उन्होंने बात करी BG और CF की, BG और DF की, EG और CF की. That means we have two triangles here. We have two triangles and we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. And if these two are congruent, then it is easy for us to solve the question. So come to the solution. This is AB is parallel to FD and this AC is parallel to GE. BD is equals to CE. This is our given part. What we have to prove? We have to prove that BG is equals to DF and CF is equals to EG. So come to the proof. See better. If AB is parallel to FD, AB is parallel to FD, that means BD is the transversal. So corresponding angles are equal. That means this angle ABC is equals to angle FDC. Means let us suppose this one is angle 1, this one is angle 2. That is angle 1 is equals to angle 2. Why? Because corresponding angles. I have used the short forms. You just write the full one, that corresponding angles are equal. Again, AC is parallel to GE. If these two lines are parallel and C is the transversal, then angle ACB is equals to angle GEB. Again, by using that corresponding angles wali property, because we all know that if two lines are parallel and this one is a transversal, then corresponding angles are equal. So this angle ACB is equals to angle GEB. Consider this one as angle number 3, this one as angle number 4. This is angle 3 is equals to angle 4, corresponding angles. See beta, this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 4, this is angle 3. I have drawn the angles because this angle 1 is equals to angle 2, so I have used here only one line. I have showed this angle with only one line, single line, and these angles, angle 3 and angle 4, these are equal. So I am using same symbol here. Now come to our given portion. Our required portion. What we need? We need BG is equals to DF and CF is equals to EG. That means we have to prove that triangle GBE and FBC are congruent. So come to this one. In triangles GBE and FDC, angle 1 is equals to angle 2. This is one angle, this is one triangle, this is another triangle. Angle 1 is equals to angle 2. Angle 3 is equals to angle 4. One more thing. In the question, they have given us that BD is equals to CE. BD is equals to CE. On adding BE, because this triangle BGE, this needs whole BE and the triangle FCD needs complete CD. But we have only BD and CE part. D is a common thing. See, on adding DE on both sides, by adding DE on both sides, we can write this BD plus DE is equals to CE plus DE. That means BD plus DE, PE, CD plus DE, DC. These two sides are equal. Angle, and that side included between these two angles. That means angle, side, angle axiom. By using this axiom, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. And if these two triangles are congruent, so by using CPCTC, we can say BG is equals to DF and CF is equals to EG. Hence proved. See the question number 12 demands triangle ABC is there, AB is equals to AC. We have to show altitude AD is median. It is given to us that this AD is altitude, that is making angle 90 degree. We have to prove that this is median also. That means D is the midpoint. In triangle ADB and ADC, AB is equals to AC. AD is equals to AD, common side. AB is equals to AC, given side. By using RHS. Why we are using RHS here? See, AD is the altitude. That means this is making angle 90 degree. And we all know that कि अगर right angle triangle नजर आ रहा है, hypotenuse equal है, AB and AC are hypotenuse equal है, then we can use RHS. And RHS demands hypotenuse are equal, then any other side, by base or perpendicular from these two, any one must be equal. But here, see, AD is also equal. AB and AC hypotenuse are equal, AD perpendiculars are equal. So by using RHS, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Therefore, BD is equals to DC by CPCTC. And if BD is equals to DC, that means D is the midpoint. You can write here also that D is the midpoint of BC. And if B is the midpoint, therefore AD is the median. That's it. See the question number 13 demands, this is the figure where BL is equals to this CM. Prove that AD is the median of triangle ABC. We have to prove that D is the midpoint. D is the midpoint of this BC. Now, see, BL is equals to CM. This is given to us. And from the figure, it is clear that BL is perpendicular and CM is perpendicular. That is, they are making angle 90 degree, sides are equal. And we all know that if two lines intersecting at a point, then vertically opposite angles are also. Come to the triangle BLD and triangle CMD. Angle BDL is equals to angle CDM, vertically opposite angles. Angle VLD is equals to angle CMD, 90 degree. And BL is equals to CM. Given angle side axiom, by using this angle side axiom, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. And if these two triangles are congruent, that means BD is equals to CD. If it is, that अगर BD DC के equal आ रही है, that means D is the midpoint. That means AD is the median of triangle ABC. Hence proved. See the question number 14. In this figure, AB is equals to AC. This AB is equals to AC and A is perpendicular to BC. AE is perpendicular to that BC. Sorry, AD is perpendicular to BC. BE bisects angle B and EF is perpendicular to AB. Prove that BD is equals to CD, ED is equals to EF. Now come to the question. What is given to us? This is AB is equals to AC. To prove, written. Come to the proof. In right angle triangles ADB and ADC, AB is equals to AC, given. AD is equals to AD. Why I have written that in right angle triangles? Because we can use RHS here. Right? Because AB and AC are the hypotenuse. If hypotenuse is equal and any other side from base or perpendicular are equal, we can say triangles are congruent. So from these two triangles, AB is equals to AC, this is given. AD is equals to AD, common side. So these two triangles are congruent. You can write here by using RHS axiom. And if these two triangles are congruent, that means BD is equals to CD. First part proved. Why BD is equals to CD? Because of CPCTC. Come to the second part. Again, I am having two triangles. One is EFB and the other one is EDB. EFB angle is equals to EDB. Both are 90 degree perpendiculars now. So both are 90 degree. EBF is equals to EBD. Why? Because it is given to us that BE bisects angle B. अगर वो bisect कर रही है, that means these two angles are equal. BE bisects angle B. Therefore, these two angles are equal. And BE is equals to BE, common side. So, by using angle side axiom, here you can write by angle side axiom, these two triangles are congruent. That means ED is equals to EF by CPCTC. So, come to the last question of this exercise, question number 15. We have to use the given information and prove that AB is equals to this. AB is equals to FE and BD is equals to CF. Come to the proof part. In triangle ABC and triangle EFD, AB is parallel to FE. This is given according to the figure. Figure says AC equal है ED के and this EF is parallel to this BD, sorry AB. And if these two sides are parallel, this one is the transversal, this BF is the transversal. So angle ABC is equals to angle DFE. Because these two lines are parallel, therefore these two angles are equal. The reason behind that equality is these are alternate angles. It is also given to us that ACB is equals to this FDE. This is given. See beta, don't write here that these two are alternate angles. Because all these are the alternate angles. These are equal because it is given to us, given in the figure. And AC is equals to this D. Angle side axiom. We can say that these two triangles are congruent. And if it is so, triangles are congruent. So AB is equals to FE by CPCTC. First part proved. Also, this BC, जिसने BD अपने अंदर रखा हुआ है, BC is equals to this DF, which includes CF, है ना? और CD पोर्शन कॉमन नजर आ रहा है मुझे, BC और DF में CD पोर्शन कॉमन नजर आ रहा है. See, BC is equals to DF by using CPCTC. BC can be written as BD plus DC and DF can be written as DC plus CF. So cut this common portion BC. We are left only with BD is equals to CF. Hence proved. So we have done our chapter number 9. Again, better please learn the conditions for the congruency, learn what is congruent triangle, what are congruent triangles, what are the conditions to prove the congruency, then you people are able to solve these questions. And again, don't forget, practice makes a man perfect. Thank you, and start practicing these questions at home by yourself. Try to solve examples also to get the perfection in this. Thank you.